I don't know, I don't think I'm infringing on a personal thing here because you have talked about it elsewhere. But a minute ago, you just jogged my memory when you said about finding quiet time. And this happened, like part of it anyway, happened after your mom passed, you mentioned. And
yeah, so my mother passed away very suddenly. We knew she was sick. The doctors, unfortunately, at that time said that they thought she had IBS. Turned out she had late-stage liver disease. And so the end came quite quickly. We got the diagnosis on the 1st of June, and she was passed away on the, I think it was the 29th of June. So it happened actually quite quickly. Up until then, I was actually a full-time artist. So I had left a little bit the holistics behind. I had left supporting people, and I just painted. I wanted to be a full-time mom. I wanted to be there for my kids. I wanted to be cheering them on during their little school productions in the middle of the day. And after my mom passed away, it took me really deep into myself, because to overcome or move through grief, you really have to reconnect to who we are. And so I went back really quite strong into what brought me meaning. And that's actually what spurred me to get my coaching, and I became a grief recovery method specialist. I ended up actually taking a lot of courses through the shamanic practices because that made sense to me. And it brought me just peace in what I was going through, and understanding. Because when someone passes away that's close to us, and up until then I need to explain, I've had over 15 friends pass away, numerous relatives. I have known death on so many different aspects. But when someone really dear to us leaves us, and quite suddenly, all of a sudden you realize you lost a cheerleader. And sometimes that's what hits, is the meaning that that person brought to your life. Because it's the story we grieve, it's the connection, it's the relationship. It's not what they were, it's who they were to us. And I found that there wasn't a lot of support, and there wasn't a lot of, it was a lot of intellectual, it was a lot of, this is what you need to do. Here I had one session where I created a vase, and the therapist told me to put all my emotions inside of it, and that's where we left it. And I thought, isn't this the point? We need to take all this stuff out. But to do it fully, I wanted to get trained, because there's a lot of people out there that aren't trained. And so I make sure I have my certificates, I make sure I have my degrees, my diplomas, so that I can do it fully. But that is ultimately what led me on to try and support people, because I realized I see the world a little bit differently. And there's a lot of people out there that see it like me.